play some old school. So I'm at the Pinball Museum. I thought I'd go and have a look at this magnificent place. It's in the centre of Budapest. Let's see what we can see. So what we have here is the classic gun shooting games. Does this actually work? Does this work? Yes, it does work. Wow. Okay. So let's try this thing.
Today we find ourselves in the heart of Budapest. This is the Budapest Pinball Museum, also known as the Flipper Museum. It is thought to be one of Europe's leading pinball museums. It features a collection of over 160 machines, including pinball, arcade video cabinets, and other unique games. You have to believe me here, it is one of the largest ongoing pinball collections in all of Europe. The museum houses unique antiques like the first pinball machines with flippers from 1947 and the predecessors of pinball such as baglitellis from the 1880s. It is celebrated as a top attraction in Budapest. The museum has gained international media coverage, so not just myself reporting here, other media outlets have reported on this place, highlighting its significance in preserving pinball history. The Flipper Museum is a unique and interactive museum dedicated to pinball and arcade machines. It offers visitors the opportunity to play and explore a wide array of machines, ranging from historical pieces to modern games. The museum is known for its extensive and diverse collections, inviting guests to not only view but also interact with every single exhibit, making it a lively and engaging experience. So what else could I do? I was in Budapest, I was there with two good mates, I had to visit. The origins of pinball can be traced back to the games like baglitelli. Now, please excuse me if I'm saying that wrong, but I think it's either baglitel or baglitelli. Tell me in the comments, is it tomato, tomato? Anyway, it's a French table game from the 1800s. Baglitelli combined elements of billiards and skee-ball, where players used cues to shoot balls into holes or cups where they would be scoring points. The game evolved over time with significant changes in the late 19th century and early 20th centuries, including the introduction of a spring launcher, and this is a key feature in modern pinball machines. In the 1930s, pinball began to take its modern form with the introduction of the coin-operated machines. These became super popular in the United States. These early machines didn't have flippers, and players would bump and tilt the machines to influence the ball's trajectory, leading to the eventual development of the tilt mechanism to prevent cheating. The biggest leap came in 1947, post the Second World War. This is when we had the introduction of flippers by Gottlieb's Humpty Dumpty game, revolutionizing pinball into a game of skill. The surge in pinball's popularity and innovations in design and technology could be said to have really begun with the introduction of the flippers in 1947. This effectively turned pinball into a game of skill, dramatically increasing its appeal to a much wider audience. Innovations included the integration of a themed art, electronic scoring, and sound effects, enhancing the gaming experience. In the 1970s and 1980s saw the incorporation of solid-state electronics, making machines more reliable and allowing for complex gameplay and features. This period is often considered the golden age of pinball, with machines becoming a staple in arcades and capturing the imagination of players worldwide. Pinball's cultural impact is significant, especially in American pop culture. Looking back, we can see it was a symbol of rebellion and youth culture, often associated with rock and roll and counterculture movements. Pinball's popularity led to moral panics and legal challenges, including bans in major cities, under the guise that it was considered gambling. Many US cities, including New York, banned pinball machines, labeling them as gambling devices that relied on chance rather than skill. This perception changed in the 1970s when Roger Sharpe demonstrated in a New York courtroom that pinball was a game of skill, leading to the lifting of the ban. This legal battle was a turning point, legitimizing pinball and paving the way for its resurgence in popular culture. Pinball has influenced art, music, and film, embedding itself in the cultural consciousness. It is an iconic symbol of Americana, despite its origin originally being from Europe. Pinball's resurgence began in the late 20th century, fueled by technological advancements and nostalgia. Digital technology allowed for more complex and engaging gameplay, while the retro appeal of pinball machines ensured a new generation of enthusiasts. The emergence of pinball-themed bars, leagues, and tournaments helped sustain its popularity. Additionally, the rise of the internet and social media created communities of pinball fans, further driving an exponential interest in the game. This resurgence positioned pinball as both a nostalgic artifact and a modern form of entertainment. In the modern gaming culture, pinball holds a unique and nostalgic place. It enjoys a dedicated fan base, including myself, with enthusiasts and collectors driving the preservation, restoration of vintage machines. Pinball has adapted to digital form, with virtual pinball games replicating the classic experience on various platforms. Competitive pinball has also seen a revival, with tournaments and leagues attracting players globally. While it doesn't dominate the gaming industry like video games, pinball maintains a distinct, enduring appeal, blending skill, art, and technology in a way that continues to attract diverse audiences. It's not just pinball that we find in the Flipper Museum. Here we find an array of video arcade games. Over the last several decades, several video arcade games have achieved significant success. I grew up playing these games, from the classics like Pac-Man and Space Invaders in the late 1970s and early 1980s. These set the standard for arcade gaming. The 1980s saw the rise of games like Donkey Kong, and then later, in the late 80s, my personal favourite, and I still play it to this day, Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat. These introduced new gameplay and mechanics and competitive fighting elements, and I still think the Street Fighter series is pretty much the best fighting series that has ever been. None has surpassed it as of yet. The 1990s brought advanced graphics and storytelling, exemplified by games like Dance Dance Revolution and Tekken. These games not only defined their eras, also had a lasting impact on the gaming industry and pop culture. The evolution of arcade video games has slowed since the early noughties, primarily due to the rise of home gaming consoles and mobile gaming. These platforms offer advanced graphics and gameplay that often surpasses those of the traditional arcade games. Additionally, the social aspect of gaming has shifted online, reducing the need for physical arcade spaces. However, niche markets for arcade games still exist, focusing on unique tactile experiences not easily replicated on home consoles, like the classic Terminator game and the dancing games that you will see in super large cabinets. These rarely can be replicated at home.
One of the amazing things about this place is they have 3 mechanics here at any one time. So that basically means machines get broken, as you can see. Sometimes a machine will sort of just stop working because someone's banging the buttons a little bit too much. But here they've got a mechanic on board to sort of fix that broken machine. And the problem is, they do break a lot and parts are difficult to source. But this team has had the love for this place for over 8 years. 8 years of love and passion have gone into this place to sort of bring us all of these amazing pinball machines.
Thank you for getting this far in the video. By the way, I'm not sponsored in any capacity by Flipper Museum. I simply made this video due to my love for pinball and video arcade machines. Anyone that knows me knows that I have a deep-seated love in this technology and this form of entertainment. I wasted way too many of my childhood years, probably in one too many arcades. Also, if you'd like to go through my back catalogue, I made a video a long time ago from a video game museum in a different European city. So 1, you might want to check that out because you're fascinated by video games, and 2, you might want to check that out to see how this channel has evolved since then. A lot's changed since then. I appreciate every single one of my members. Thanks to my members, because you guys help encourage the growth of this channel. And if you're not a member and you are thinking about becoming a member, you get a postcard every month from a different destination from myself in that scratchy, spider-like handwriting I am all too infamous for. If you like a good game of pinball and you want a nice few hours out when you're in Budapest, I highly recommend this place. And maybe when you go there, say you saw this video by the Wandering Englishman, and maybe, just maybe, they're either going to give you a discount, please, or maybe next time I go they might actually let me in for free next time. Who knows? We have no agreements in place, but who really knows? Let me know in the comments if you visited this museum previously or after you visited this museum, having been inspired by this little video.
Well, that's been the Pinball Museum, a lot of fun and really good value. Basically €10 to get in, and you can play all the arcades, pinball machines, as much as you like. The only drawback is it gets a little bit hot in there, so make sure that you probably wear limited amounts of clothes, at least if you come here in the summer, and just be prepared for a sensory overload. All the dinging and the pings and everything, your senses will sort of, it's kind of draining actually. I think my 12-year-old self came from into the future to see this, he'd been shaking his head thinking, what are you talking about, this is heaven. But someone that's slightly older now, it can be quite draining after a while, but a lot of fun anyway. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. Until next time, keep progressing, and I will see you in the next video.
Justified by the ones least provided, you'll be left behind if you don't fit in. It's all